This is the Sewing Circle podcast presented by Hanky Code. I'm Rebecca Vanderkoy, here to introduce to you up-and-coming queer artists and the powerful stories behind their work. Today, I am so excited to have the bold and boundary-pushing indie pop artist Burry from Halifax, Nova Scotia, joining me. Their latest song, Peaches, came out last month. Burry, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
I'm very excited to have you. So let's talk about your single, Peaches. Can you tell us a little bit about the writing process for it?
Yeah, wrote it kind of after something sort of traumatic happened here in Nova Scotia. There was kind of a mass shooting here, and um, we wrote it more with the idea behind um, I guess that in all this chaos and all this scary things happening in the world, that you'll always have this person that you support and supports you and that you love unconditionally.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, kind of going with that, how would you describe like the vibe of that track, I guess?
I mean, polar opposite of what it's about, I'll tell you that. It's
Yeah,
like the summer bop of your dreams, really.
I kind of love that though. Um, is there any, specific line or verse that is especially meaningful to you or that you like really especially enjoy from that song?
I really like the first line in the chorus, if you carry my heart, can you heal the pieces? So it's like if we're in this together, like can you help pick me up and can I help pick you up?
Yeah, no, that's really beautiful. So, kind of switching gears slightly, you've been releasing music, at least from what I've seen on Spotify, since like right around 2018.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, how has your kind of like your writing and your music style changed and grown since that time?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I guess my first bunch of songs are very folk inspired, and I definitely you can definitely just classify them as folk music. And I guess
Mhm.
that really stemmed from that's what I was really into at the time. That's what I was really listening to, so that's what inspired my writing. And
Yeah,
also that was a time where I didn't have a band, so I was writing alone, and I think it's really easy to fall into that folk genre when you don't have like a backing band and you don't have backing tracks, and that's just kind of where that naturally led me. And
yeah,
then it's fun to watch over my career the genre develop as my writing develops and as my career develops.
yeah. What would you say your genre is nowadays?
Like indie pop, alt pop for sure.
Cool.
Heavily
Yeah,
inspired by like Billie Eilish, Renee Rapp, Chappell Roan, Sabrina Carpenter.
cool. So kind of actually going with inspiration. I'm curious, where do you draw inspiration for your work?
Uh, I I draw it all over the place, but like I said, those artists are big for me. But also like the queer kind of icons, I guess I grew up listening to, which for me specifically would be like Haley Kiyoko and King Princess.
Yeah,
Like that was like kind of my first glance in the window of like queer lesbian artists.
no, absolutely. I definitely feel you on that too. I think King Princess was one of my earlier ones as well.
Yeah, big one for me.
Um, yeah. So, kind of going with that, what would you say that queerness in your work means to you?
It honestly means everything. I feel like I'm exactly what all those people that hate queer people hate, because I'm just like, hey, I'm queer, I'm gay, like I make it, it's who I am, so I make it such a big part of my work and my personality. And some people hate that, some people love it.
Was it hard for you to kind of get to a place where that was something you wanted to sing about, or was it a very like natural sort of
Oh
progression?
no, that was definitely natural. Even my first music video for my song For a Sad Soul in 2018, that music video centers around a lesbian couple. Like it's always been kind of what I wanted to talk about, sing about.
Yeah, you kind of knew going in that like
Yeah,
this is it.
this is my brand. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. So, obviously, you mentioned you've released this in 2018. When did you know that you wanted to be a musical artist? Is it something you always kind of knew, or did you eventually sort of arrive at that point?
Yeah, I definitely arrived at it. I did music stuff, like I did like musical theater in high school. I played in a jazz band, but I never like wanted to perform or anything. And then I actually went on tour working merch for my friend's band in Ireland, Wyvern Lingo. And it was on that tour that I was like, wait, this is like the coolest lifestyle ever. I feel like this is something I want to be doing. And I was already like writing poems. I like to write a lot. So I was like, what if
Yeah,
I just sang my poems to notes on a guitar? And I bought a used guitar and I taught myself how to play it, and the rest is history.
that's very cool. So let's see here. Some of your music has pretty vulnerable things you're kind of discussing. I mean, you mentioned with Peaches, it's really talking about shooting. And
Yeah.
so I'm curious, how are you able to reach a place where you felt comfortable singing and then obviously like putting these songs out about such personal topics?
I was never uncomfortable with it, I guess. Like, I don't know. I love when songs I listen to are vulnerable and I can like relate. But like I don't like songs that are just like la 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 you have pretty hair. I'm like this sucks. Like I want
Yeah,
something
want something
fun. I
real.
want yeah, like I love when I can listen to a song like for example, because it's on repeat for me is Skinny by Billie Eilish. That is like one of the saddest songs ever. And I listen to it
Yeah,
so much because it's so sad and so good. So I guess that's
honestly. No, I
yeah.
get that though. I
Yeah.
definitely understand that. I don't know. I feel like I'm also sort of, I tend toward the sadder, or at least something that just feels a lot more real and genuine,
Like
as
if
opposed to something that's more surface level.
yeah, like when you can tell that the artist like experience what they're singing about and you can like feel that that's a lived experience they've had. Like I love that.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely with you on that. So, obviously, we've been talking quite a bit about Peaches, but are there any other songs of yours that you're really especially proud of?
I mean, all of them, but most recently Pillow Princess. We got to write that with Ria May, who's a big lesbian pop artist from where I'm from, and she's
Mhm.
big in Canada. And I had the opportunity to write with her last summer, and that's when we wrote Pillow Princess, and I think that's a really fun song.
Yeah, it is, I think. So, another question for you. What do you enjoy most, I guess, about like that live performance aspect of everything that you do?
I just love everything from sound check to when I get off stage, but I I like specifically when I'm on stage and I'm performing and the lights are so bright I can't even see in the crowd. Like I don't know what's going on, but I'm just like in it and
Yeah,
and then in that time just being able to like see my wife in the middle of the crowd and she's kind of the only person I can ever see 'cause she's front row. But I love
yeah.
that.
No, that's really cool. Are there any specific songs that are especially fun to sing and perform live?
Yes, Pillow Princess is really fun. I feel like the crowd eats that up. And TV Glow, which came out, I guess last month or 2 months ago. But
Yeah.
that one is what we end our show on. And when we're a four-piece, my bass player and my guitar player battle guitars against each other
Oh, that's
on
fun.
stage, and it's just like a really fun one to perform live.
Yeah, no, that sounds really fun. Um, is there, obviously, we're talking about the song that recently came out. Is there anything new and exciting on the horizon for you? Anything that you're especially looking forward to?
Yeah, maybe a new single at the end of June or beginning of July. And then the
Excellent.
full album. Date
Nice.
and title TBD, but
But
yeah,
it's
I'm
in the work.
excited. But it's in the works and it's
Ah,
coming out
that's
in
so
August.
exciting.
Yeah,
Awesome. Can you say, I don't know how much you can and can't say, but is there anything you can say about this album?
yes. I can say that every single song has something to do with like lived experiences in my 20s. So it's like very formative years and gender expression, sexual identity, transphobic parents. Like it's just every song is like a raw lived experience that I had in my 20s.
Oh, I can't wait to listen to it. Thank you
Cool.
so much for taking the time to chat.
Thank
I
you.
really enjoy Peaches, and I'm also very excited for your new album.
I'm so excited. Thank you so much.